Hi, I'm Magnus Walker and top of the morning to you. Today I'm going to give you a little walk around of my 1990 964 Porsche. So come on in and let me show you around it. The car was built back in 2015 with my talented bunch of merry men that helped put it together in the chop shop. My goal with my 964 was not to backdate it or do a wide body conversion, but keep all the 964 DNA intact, but add all my personality and individual touches. The car was inspired from everything from the 356 to the roof Yellowbird to the Sport Classic. But I started at the front. I basically skimmed in the front bumper, and then one of the distinct features was I channeled the front hood from 22 inches down to 12 inch, and I continued that continuity all the way over the channeled hood and into the rear turbo tail, which we'll get to in a moment. One of the most distinct features of this car are these louvered fenders. This was actually the second set of fenders that Rod Emery and myself did back in 2014. I also had my buddy TJ at Russell Fabrication add this kind of cool through the fender gas cap filler. I was looking to do something that I hadn't done before, so I didn't want to do like the center hood filler or the side hood filler. As we're at the front of the car, we should probably talk about the wheels. This is rolling on some 17-inch 001 52 Outlaw wheels that are 8 and 9, shod in Pirelli Trofeo R tires. Moving along, a couple of the key features of the car obviously is the channeled roof. This was done by Empire Fabrication. When I got the car, it was a sunroof car. Obviously, I wanted to delete the sunroof, but I didn't want to do like the typical RS sunroof delete conversion. So I had this custom three panel roof channeled and basically welded in. At the same time, I got rid of the rain gutter, so it really gave it this seamless, smooth look all the way down and into the turbo tail. Now that channeled roof line that starts at the hood comes all the way over the roof and then ends in this early turbo tail. My buddy Matt Bound, who also painted the car right across the road in my chop shop, basically did this channeled. I gave him an early 3-liter turbo tail. We got rid of the rubber lip, and then we sort of gave it a slight gurney flap notch and then channeled it down to have continuity. And that saved me having to paint a stripe all the way over. The other thing that I love to do is I added the R-inspired turn signals, which to me give it a real vintage flavor and look. A couple of real subtle little details if you come around here. I also added a short wheelbase glass, which essentially just drops right in. And then I also added these R-inspired plexi louvered quarter panel windows into the original frame. These are the original quarter panel frames and the original door frames, which basically I had those pieces deanodized and then just polished aluminum. If you see on the rear, the fenders are slightly stretched to accommodate the wheel and tire setup. The lip has been dollied down and I have no issues with any of the clearance. If we come through here, we can show the interior a little bit. It's pretty stripped down. We have the Recaro seats wrapped in vintage distressed leather that continues through the door panels and into the custom roof headliner, if you want to pin up and show that. I didn't want to put a headliner in, so basically the roof is just skinned in leather and you can still see the channel. The dash was something, the lower dash piece is one piece, so there's no AC, no radio, none of that sort of heavyweight stuff. So it's real minimal, less is more, the red boucle carpet. And then I did one thing that was pretty unusual. I wanted to add manual windows to a 964. 964s didn't come with manual windows. What I did was I took the window crank mechanism out of a 65 912. Believe it or not, it dropped right in and bolted up to the 4 screws that are still in the door panel. So essentially this just shows Porsche's great engineering. They did not change that door panel for the first 30 years. So coming back around to the front, we'll do one more quick walk through. The car as it sits weighs 2,560 pounds. It's rolling on KW Club Sport suspension. It stops on Brembo Club Race brakes. But the heart and soul of any Porsche is the motor. So let's take a quick look at the motor and see what propels this 2,560 pound 964 down the road. Ironically, when I got the car, it had a 1995 993 motor in it. That motor is now being built out to 3.8 RS spec, and it's popping out approximately 320 horsepower, which is plenty to motivate this car down the road. So essentially, that's my 964. What I think I should do is get in and go for a drive. But before we get to that bit, I do have to show you one more pretty cool thing, and that is Hot Wheels actually made a version of the car. Let me get in and we'll go for a drive. Latest 1999 6.4 is just a thrill.